Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What follows is a random conversation that I had with my brother, MinecraftPhenom08, which I will leave links to his channel down below. But we're going to talk a little bit about the used market. So there's some tangents, rambling. Really, this is a rambling video. If you're looking for a concise message here, you're not going to find it. So the used market, with not having a lot of really good deals. A lot of those deals are found, like the really good deals are found like Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp and Craigslist even. Basically off eBay. eBay almost acts like it's a used market, but only kinda. Like it doesn't always act like a used market does. And I think part of that's because eBay's overhead is something like 10%. When you're selling things, and then you have really good buyer protection. So it's acting a lot more like a new market in some regard, because as a buyer, I feel completely comfortable buying something on eBay because I can just, return it and it's good to go and not have to worry about things like a product coming and not working, because if it doesn't work and it was advertised as working, even if the eBay seller says no returns, you send it back because eBay has buyer protection for misadvertised things. And if you said it works and now it doesn't work, basically the policy is the buyer gets their way because you misadvertised it,
which is nice.
Which is great for the buyer.
As a buyer,
absolutely.
As a buyer.
Now I sold a Nexus 6P a long time ago, and the literally something like 4 weeks. It was just shy of a full month after purchasing the phone. The person that bought it was like, "I want a refund because the reception." There's something wrong with the reception and it doesn't work right. So they sent it back. I put my SIM card back in it and used it for, a week or two. I didn't dispute it because I was like, you know what, I'll just resell it to someone else. But I ended up getting less money the second time around. And then, of course, there's all the shipping costs and all that were included in all the things as well. But basically, the person, the phone worked just fine. It may have been a phone that just didn't have as good reception as their old phone, and they were used to better reception. I don't know. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the phone, and they returned it with the, even though, I have the little box or whatever check, does not accept returns. But since they claimed that it was a non-working device and I had to advertise it as used but functional, they could return it and get their money back. So as a seller, I can definitely see some frustration and why some people don't like that. So for some of the really good deals, you have to sort of peruse Facebook, and there's for someone like me, since I don't live in a big area, even Fort Wayne up that way is not that big of an area either. As far as cities go. So it's not there's this Ryzen 3 that I would love to potentially and go get, and it's actually somewhat close that I'm looking at. So it's a 1200 listed at 70. I would not be surprised if I kicked them an offer of $50 if I could get it. $50, I'll come and pick it up today type thing. But a Ryzen 3 1200, if it was a 1400, I'd be very tempted to do that. But it's a 1200. It's not, it's an okay CPU. It's not a great gaming chip.
I like my 1200. My 1200 is a champion, though.
Yeah. Well, and I already have a quad core that's actually about to get put into full-time usage, the 2200G, because my 12 terabyte RAID 5 volume is going to be built soon. And I can't wait, because right now I have I've used 2.5 gigs on my 4 terabyte hard drive, and then my 2 terabyte volume is within 150 or so gigs of being maxed out. So it'll give me plenty of storage for any kind of near future, which will be great. Especially if later this year I am able to, and I'm really hoping I can, but I'm hoping to move to a GH5 as my main recording camera, which would be about a $2,000, $2,500 investment depending on what lenses and things I get with it. But it would be I would go from file sizes of recording at 1080p to 4K. So the extra storage would be nice. Though when I do that, I think I've thought about doing this like now too, but after I render, after I upload, when I know everything went well and I don't need the original footage, I've thought about going back and really just saving like the video, the finished render, and not all, because right now I save everything, like all even video footage I never touch, like some B-roll that I don't use, or even some entire video files that I just like reshoot or whatever. I save everything, and I've never really had a good reason to do that, because every time I use some footage from a prior video, I typically just pull up the finished video render and go from that. I don't typically pull up the raw files and then re-edit those. Because with the finished video too, I also, like, I know that the audience has had a chance to see that. If I pull up something I've never used, then they may never have seen that.
Yeah.
But the real used market, your Facebook Marketplace, your OfferUp, Craigslist, those markets move pretty quick, because when there's a good product listed at a good price of somebody that just wants to get rid of it quickly, people move on that pretty quick, especially in bigger areas. Your larger cities. Indianapolis would probably be similar to that, where I've seen some really awesome deals down that way, but I don't want to make that drive. And because, you make that drive down there and now you're talking about gas costs on top of it, which granted aren't much, and then the time factor, like if I was in the area, like if I come and visit that area, then I would probably look into some deals that I could potentially pick up. I've even seen down in that area, I saw once, and if you're in a bigger area, it could kind of benefit you. I've seen surplus places, whether it's offices or whatever, where they might just have a bunch of extra computers. I saw one guy he had a bunch of these like i3 2000 series CPU pre-built. They were free.
Oh, free is good.
He had like 20 of them. He's like, first come, first serve, come and pick them up. Basically, like, I've got a big pile of computers that I apparently can't sell very easy. But that's the thing. You could pick one of those up and replace it with like an i5 2000 series.
Yeah.
Because those i5s are not expensive, and when your upfront cost is $0.00 outside of the gas, then that's a great deal. But he had a deadline on it of like 5 p.m. that day. Because I got the sense that anything that wasn't picked up was just going in the garbage, or sent to the recycle center, or whatever.
Yeah.
So the used market can sometimes go really quick like that. I've also had, and I feel kind of bad about it because I've done this once, where you have someone that has a really good price on something and they're getting bombarded with offers. So it becomes it almost becomes a bidding war. Like somebody is going to pay asking price and they're going to come and get it on Saturday, but it's only Wednesday. Well, what if I give you $10 more and come and get it tonight? Sold. If you can come and get it tonight and pay me $10 more, then I'll sell it out from under them. And I've not done that with a price hike. I have done that once with a PC that a guy said that he wanted to get it that weekend. Someone else offered to get it like on Tuesday or Wednesday. I sold it to the person on Tuesday or Wednesday. And the reason I did that was with the used market, you get a lot of flaky people too. Like, I'm interested today, and they're like, well, I'll be interested after I get paid and I'll get back to you, and you never hear from them again. Or they say, I'll talk to you this weekend and we can set something up, and you never hear from them again. It's like, honestly, the used market can be a lot like dating. Like, you think the conversation's going well, and suddenly you get ghosted.
And it's gone.
It's gone. So, yeah, used market it just moves quickly, but that's where less eBay. eBay is your consistent like secondhand new market. Is Ethan jumping on things again?
No, it looks like he's about to get sick.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, you go clean up your cat barf. Hey, hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully Ethan's feeling better. But if you did, give this video a like, subscribe, all those things down below. Social medias here. Again, MinecraftPhenom's his Minecraft channel is linked in the description down below. It's more long form stuff if you're into that sort of thing, specifically modded Minecraft. He's big into. And I'll let YouTube queue up a couple videos around me from my channel for you to watch. I'm Shane with Hoosier Hardware. I'll see you guys in the next video.